Appreciate the time that you have with the people that you care about, and to not let a second go by where you don't appreciate them. Sometimes you won't agree with what they're doing, but in the end, you still love them every single day.
Ashlund and Jenny Haskell, two typical sisters growing up in the Muncie area.
She's one of the most outgoing people you'll ever meet. She always had a smile on her face, and she always was willing to help somebody else. Ever since she got her driver's license, she had always said, "I'm going to be an organ donor." She always did what she wanted to do. She didn't let anybody stop her. She didn't care if somebody didn't like it. She was going to live how she wanted to live. And she lived more in 22 years than most people do in their whole life.
Jenny graduated from Monroe Central High School in 2007. She would enroll at Manchester College. Ashlund graduated in 2010, but chose to stay close at home, attending Ball State. Jenny decided that she was ready for a change and transferred back home to Ball State. The two were reunited once again.
We became very close when she transferred back to Ball State. For the past 2 years, we lived around the corner from each other. We would see each other in the library, and we'd talk to each other, and half the time when I was in the library, I'd be looking for her to see if I would see her that day. Or she also worked on the Ball State landscape crew, so she would be on campus all the time. And we just got very close. She was my best friend. Another good memory would have to be her last birthday. She invited me to be with her friends, and that showed me a step in our relationship, that we were adults now and that we were friends.
During the summer of 2011, Jenny took a trip to New York City with her best friend Alina. When the two got home, there was just one thing left on their list: front row seats to the Sugarland concert at the Indiana State Fair.
I was actually at work and I had no idea what was going on until I heard people just talking about it, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" My sister had front row tickets. You could see the panic in my face because they instantly were trying to calm me down. And then I got a phone call from my mom. She called my work asking for Jenny's best friend's number, Alina, because they couldn't get a hold of Jenny through her phone. I knew in my mind something was bad if we hadn't heard from her, but I didn't believe it. I left work and we went to go find her. I thought we were going there and that she was going to be standing right there and say, "Take me home." I wasn't expecting what the rest of my life was going to be like. I'd say a few hours later, we finally figured out what hospital she was at and what condition she was in.
7 people died as a result of the State Fair tragedy. Jenny's best friend Alina died the night of the accident. On August 19th, just 6 days later, Jenny Haskell became victim number 6. She was 22 years old. It has now been almost 4 months since Jenny Haskell passed away, and though it has been tough, her family has done their best to move on.
The biggest thing that has helped has been the fact that she donated her organs to 3 people, and the fact that some goodness can come out of this huge tragedy. It makes me admire her, and she's my hero for it, because she has always wanted to do that. Every day that those people are alive, she's helping them. And we make sure that that is what lives on. It's very hard. It's hard to think that she's not going to be here ever again, and that we don't get to experience life with her again. It's gut-wrenching to see a white landscape truck and to not see her in it. And it has made me not go to the library very much, because if I do, I have to make myself not look for her. She was such a big person and such a huge impact on so many lives that it's very hard to think of it without her. We are a lot more close now. We definitely have came together, and now we know you don't leave the house mad at each other, or you make sure that somebody knows where you're gonna be. It has been crazy the amount of people that I have met through this that I didn't even know knew my sister, let alone all of the people that have been touched by Jenny. I mean, I knew she was a good person, but I didn't know that she could touch that many people. I didn't know a single person could.
How do you put a measure on life? Is it the people you've touched or the memories you've made? In 22 short years, Jenny Haskell changed the lives of so many. And even though she's no longer with us, her memory lives on. And those she met, through her family, and especially through her little sister Ashlund.